Formula One is making its much-anticipated return, and Austin has prepared an exciting lineup for us. From the newly resurfaced track to the enhancements that teams will bring to the Circuit of the Americas, there's a lot to look forward to. Naturally, all eyes will be on teams like Red Bull, McLaren, and Ferrari. Given Red Bull's current challenges, particularly with their recent decline, the focus will be on their new floor design and a more adaptable front wing. Will these innovations enable Red Bull to close the gap with McLaren, and will they be sufficient to maintain their lead in the Drivers' Championship? In a surprising turn of events for 2024, Red Bull has found itself in an unexpected predicament. Over the first 5 races of the season, even they couldn't foresee such fierce competition. Who would have guessed any driver other than Verstappen would contest for the Drivers' Championship? Yet, here we are. With only 6 races left in the season, Red Bull is putting all its hopes on the new upgrade package debuting in Austin. This package will center around a revamped floor and an upgraded, more flexible front wing. Christian Horner has been vocal about the benefits of flexible front wings that some teams, like McLaren and Mercedes, have been utilizing throughout 2024. Red Bull seems poised to adopt this strategy alongside Ferrari. However, it's important to note that there's no certainty that this will be the definitive solution Red Bull needs to reclaim its dominance. As things stand, Verstappen doesn't need to win every race remaining, he simply has to avoid being outscored by more than 8 points per weekend by Norris. This scenario has only occurred once, in Australia, when Verstappen was unable to finish due to a brake failure. It seems the odds are in Verstappen's favor. To add to McLaren's troubles, expectations for the upgrade package in Austin are notably high. Helmut Marko mentioned after the Singapore race that Lando Norris demonstrated remarkable speed, reducing his gap to Verstappen to 52 points. Meanwhile, McLaren has widened its lead in the Constructors' Championship by 41 points. Marko stated, "We must improve significantly to turn things around, and I am optimistic about our performance in Austin." He continued, "Typically, when Max starts winning, Perez raises his game, and the whole dynamic shifts. However, for that to happen, we need a broader working window for our car, as it can't only perform well in a narrow range. We also need to boost our overall speed." Marko expressed confidence in their technicians, emphasizing that the car's performance must be evident on the track, not just in simulations. In the past, a disconnect between simulation results and real-world performance has led Red Bull astray, causing significant issues. Many have likened the challenges faced by Red Bull to those encountered by Mercedes in recent years, raising questions about the efficacy of their new upgrade package for Austin. The reality is that Red Bull has struggled to extract performance from their upgrades, a predicament also faced by Ferrari and Mercedes. The latter had to abandon a flawed design after the Spa race due to underwhelming performance and downforce compared to simulator predictions. Conversely, McLaren has navigated the season without such setbacks and, to compound Red Bull's challenges, they have additional upgrades lined up for the rest of 2024. Their primary aim now is to secure the Drivers' Championship after solidifying their position in the Constructors' category. Red Bull's principal, Christian Horner, remarked that the timing is ripe for introducing upgrades and emphasized building upon the progress made since Monza, a time Verstappen described as a low point for the team this season. When discussing the upcoming Austin package, Horner stated, "Austin presents a natural opportunity for all teams to unveil new developments. We have crucial updates, but I believe Ferrari, Mercedes, and McLaren will also bring enhancements. Our goal is to refine what we began to understand after Monza and deliver a car that balances well between the front and rear to instill confidence in our driver." However, achieving this won't be straightforward. Considering Lando's performance in the initial stint at Singapore, we still need to find around 2.3 seconds, Horner noted. "We've begun to identify solutions, but much work lies ahead. The car's response from both mechanical and aerodynamic perspectives, along with tire sensitivity this year, will be critical." The doubts surrounding Red Bull's upgrades stem from their performance gap to McLaren in high downforce circuits like Zandvoort and Singapore, where front-wing flexibility significantly influenced car performance. Norris finished the Singapore race with a lead of over 20 seconds ahead of Verstappen, raising concerns about whether a single upgrade package could bridge such a gap. Fortunately for Red Bull, they don't need to win every race remaining as long as Norris doesn't outperform Verstappen by more than 8 points per race weekend. However, Red Bull will have limited time to test these upgrades, only one free practice session before the crucial sprint race qualifying. The upcoming 3 sprint races could either be a blessing or a curse for the Austrian team, offering 24 additional points to the most formidable challenger, which currently appears to be Norris. If Verstappen loses further points here, it could mark the end of his championship streak, presenting an even greater threat to his future with Red Bull. Comments from Guenther Steiner regarding the RB20 upgrades raise concerns about whether they will be sufficient to keep McLaren and Norris at bay. Steiner expressed his belief that Red Bull may need to rely more on McLaren's mistakes than on performance improvements from their upgrades, especially given that McLaren has 2 consistently high-scoring drivers. He elaborated, "I don't think catching McLaren this year will be feasible. Their performance in Singapore was remarkable. I believe Ferrari can play a more significant role in the championship than they did in Singapore, as theoretically, they should be ahead of Verstappen. But they didn't qualify both drivers well." He continued, "McLaren is in a strong position, but Max will fight until the end to retain the championship. If Red Bull perfects the Austin upgrade, they might close the gap to Ferrari, especially if McLaren falters." Speaking of McLaren, this team has consistently been the benchmark throughout the season, showcasing an impressive turnaround from the start of the 2023 campaign. This success can be attributed to a comprehensive overhaul of their technical team, allowing them to excel in a modern, efficient environment. Looking ahead to the remainder of 2024, team principal Andrea Stella affirmed that numerous upgrades, including a new floor, are in the works. However, he stressed the importance of trusting the process and avoiding the mistakes that have plagued other teams, which often resulted in performance losses. Ultimately, the ball is now in Red Bull's court. It will be fascinating to see whether they possess the capability to outpace McLaren in this competitive landscape. Considering everything we've discussed, do you believe that the new floor and front wing will significantly impact Red Bull's performance for the rest of 2024? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out the video appearing on your screen now. As we wrap up our discussion on the upcoming Formula One race in Austin, it's clear that the stakes have never been higher for Red Bull and its competitors. With their new upgrades, particularly the flexible front wing and revamped floor, Red Bull is at a pivotal point. Will these enhancements be enough to reclaim their position at the top, or will McLaren continue to dominate the championship landscape? The strategic decisions made in this next race could have far-reaching implications not only for the Drivers' Championship but also for the Constructors' standings. Lando Norris has proven to be a formidable challenger, and with the potential for extra points in the sprint races, every moment on track will be crucial. Red Bull must extract every ounce of performance from their upgrades, while McLaren, with their own array of enhancements, will be looking to maintain their momentum. Now, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on Red Bull's strategy heading into Austin? Do you believe their new upgrades will be the game changer they need, or do you think McLaren has the edge that will keep them ahead? Drop your predictions and opinions in the comments below. Let's get a discussion going. And if you enjoyed this analysis, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth coverage of the F1 season. We'll be bringing you all the latest updates, race analyses, and behind-the-scenes insights, so you won't want to miss out. Finally, don't forget to check out the video on your screen right now. It's packed with more exciting content related to the F1 season, and I guarantee you won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep your passion for racing alive.